nice to not have to look 6 different places for what you're looking for.
How do you start the engine? Oh, okay, flip it.
Yeah, right.
Engine fired.
We don't even have buttons up there for the lights.
You know what? I want to install something. A voice or communicate a stereo system here, so just to put the radio, DVD. That'll be quite good. Call center and be like, hey guys, here's some entertainment.
I was flying the day before Christmas, and somebody keyed on my mic and was playing Jingle Bells over the radio for like 30 seconds.
You know, Tower knows what it is. I mean, Tracon. Because when I was in Tracon, in our scope, you know, we actually see a letter T as to who's transmitting T. So in a little box like this, is exactly like this. In a little box, we see your little target, which is your aircraft. Yeah. And the little T appears as to who's transmitting. Who's transmitting?
They were pissed.
So we actually see that, you know, and it's actually quite enjoyable. Truly. When I was flying back, was it with you? No, I was flying back with Temple, and somebody was playing the game. They were playing the what was it? Texas versus I don't know, it's another team, which Texas lost, I think. So, young man, once all the studying is over, you get to have fun and work with amazing people.
Yeah.
And as you can see, look, we're all helping each other out. Your instructor's a bit rusty. He takes what he knows, the building blocks learning, he's right here, and then he's going to apply it to here. Since things are a little different, he's open to learning. Myself, I'm learning the systems, and here's Mason, who's been a first officer and captain in this company, flying this jet, who has a wealth of knowledge. So he's the wealthiest man in here.
Still learning.
And he is still learning. We're all learning. I spoke to a captain not too long ago, Steve.
Yeah, Steve.
And he just told me that he learned, in case this fails, time to descend. If they tell you to descend 10 DME, cross Canoe got 10,000, right? So you look at how far you are, and you have to figure out your descent. You know, now if they give you a DME, like 10 DME before Canoe be at 10,000, you have to calculate that based on where you were, you know, how far you are out, and calculate it. So Steve just showed me a really simple formula recently.
Yes, altitude times 3, and there's one of the things.
And your true airspeed, how to figure out your true airspeed.
Yeah.
Time to the station. That was the most confusing one, time to the station.
Yeah.
He said picture a clock. So take your speed, what was it, let's say 400 knots, half of that is 200, 15 minutes, and then it tripped me up. I'm like, wait, why don't you just look at the... he was mainly mind, you know, challenging me, but it was cool, I loved it. But one thing I love to do is mirror. So what's on the captain's side, I love it on my side in case one fails, backup. I have the backup analogs set in. And you also have your iPad.
Yeah.
Back then we didn't have iPads. We had charts upon charts, approach plates, and our bags were heavy. We had to carry everything here and have everything ready as to in the cockpit. So all these papers everywhere. Now it's just very convenient.
4 flights.
It's very convenient.
Is this a TCAS?
True story. I was
It's just a digital CDI.
I took off with a G1000 out of Pacoima. Temperatures are high, but still at the level where I can still operate the aircraft. They were in the 90s. Guess what happened to the G1000?
Quit.
It quit.
Meltdown.
Done. And it was IFR.
Jeez.
So, you know, I actually operated with my
Then you have to
GPS.
declare emergency.
And this was when 4Flight was cheaper too. So I had the highest subscription. So I didn't want to call it in because it's a mess, right? I just asked for vectors.
You used that.
Yeah, that's exactly what I did. That's exactly what I did. But that thing, to this day, I still say that thing saved my life. So I'm glad it was charged. I had the cord with me in case of anything. And with the Cessna, I had the additional cigarette, or what do you call it, to the adapter?
Yeah, adapter. Yeah. You charge it.
For us, we could charge it back here. Some aircrafts have it, some don't. Oh, there it is. Is this? No. This one doesn't have it. Some aircraft have it.
So during taxi, we'll do this. Stow. We open, like interlock, and try to work. Then the 6 lights gone. Means that works. Then put it back.
Oh, we're ready to go.
Yes, I'm gonna go grab a water. If you guys want to use the restroom.
Yeah, I finished my coffee.
So guys, this is Citation 5. We're gonna fly to Sacramento. It's nice night flight. Weather is calm. Citation 5 is a beautiful plane. This horizontal situation indicator, the HSI, just like 737 Classics, exactly the same. And also, it's like a Classics 737. So we have radio altimeter here, VSI, speed. This is 2,900 pounds engine, and with a 15,200 pounds maximum takeoff weight.
So we have 1,500 pounds of thrust.
Yeah, 1,500 pounds thrust.
So in case of one engine failure, we have enough thrust to continue the flight and make a safe landing back to the airport. So going from left to right, everything from the captain's side is mirrored on the co-pilot's side. In case of a failure, we have 2 pitot tubes, 4 static ports, and along the aircraft more static ports, only to get the most accurate reading for the instruments. And we've already obtained our clearance. This is our flight plan.
Yeah, that's a flight plan, and this is the route.
Also a great backup for flight.
Yeah, for flight. We have 2 iPads here just in case it's blown out, and I have his iPad on.
I have my iPad here.
So how many miles today? We're gonna fly 300 miles, and it's about an hour. Less than an hour.
For 40 minutes.
We're gonna fly flight level 300 today.
Our true airspeed would be about
0.75.
240 knots. Actually, 240 knots.
And the true airspeed maybe
Ground speed will probably do 400 knots.
400 knots, yeah. 400 knots ground speed, flight level 300. We depart from Van Nuys Airport in California, up to North California. And we have the medevac mission today, right?
Yeah, and what is the temperature?
Temperature is 22. So temperature is 22, dew point is 02, altimeter setting is 2992.
So the air is basically dry, which is great.
Dry,
so there's no
yeah.
humidity, so the engines perform better.
Our engine is good performance today, just in case of engine failure. We got a V2 at 108, right?
Yeah.
108, so just in case engine failure, then after the V1, continue takeoff, and we do all the drills. We'll call single engine checklist. For the V2 plus 10, flaps up, maintain directional control, request back to land in Van Nuys for visual.
Whenever there's an emergency, the co-pilot will man communications and assist the pilot flying.
That's a pilot monitoring.
Pilot flying, pilot not flying. So the pilot not flying will monitor and assist and handle all the communications. And while the pilot flying will fly the aircraft.
Yeah.
His job will be to fly the aircraft and get us on the ground as safe as possible, while the pilot not flying will manage everything else.
We use the pilot monitoring now instead of PNF.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we changed that. So pilot flying and pilot monitoring. It doesn't matter who fly that. So if the company allows the first officer to fly as a pilot monitoring and handle all the emergency, then the pilot, the captain become the
First off, your pilot monitoring. Yeah. So yeah, that's true. Now it's let's say if we're flying a Part 135, they want to know who the captain is, the pilot flying, and the pilot monitoring. But flying back on the 91, we can switch roles.
Switch roles, yeah.
And so then,
as long as you have a type full, right?
Type. That's it. Any questions?
Yeah, that's live, right?
YouTube, it's great to see you again after so long. And great to connect with a good friend of mine.
Yeah.
Aviation is a truly small world, and you get to fly with people you study with, instructed. Now in the real world, you enjoy your careers and make easy money.
Not easy. You have to study every day. Not easy. That the whole stuff, all the button there is crazy. So there we are. So I'm gonna fly with the Citations to Sacramento. Thank you very much for watching us.
Yeah.
Go to 14-Day Pilot Flight Academy.
and you will enjoy all the training.
The best flying school.
Thank you very much. See ya.